Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Reserve List. Say hello, Reserve List.
Hello, Reserve List.
Yay!
Hi.
We are down one Hugo, which is very sad. But he's out doing work, and he will hopefully be back with us next time. So we will carry on as best we can without him. We'll try. Man. In any case, moving forward, last time we left off, these guys had been doing some snooping around town, investigating the death of Adelaide Brown, and learned some things about her death. We know from before that she died in the early hours of the morning. We know that she went back to her apartment only for a short time before heading back out. The backstory behind this is that she started to do worse in her classes and started meeting up with this boy Shaddison, the tiefling, who there are very bad rumors about, that he, is full of evil and killed his own parents, etc., etc. You guys went and talked to Adelaide's mother, Mary, who runs the College of Glamour, who Adelaide was her favorite child, very clearly. Was a very academic woman. She lied to you when she was saying she didn't know anybody who would want to do her daughter harm. That's something that nobody else was able to tell you either. And then you guys investigated the cafeteria, where you found out that the lunch lad, Brandon, was potentially not as plain and innocent as he appeared to be. He managed to seed paranoia in the mind of Gnurgle Shroombeard. Before you guys left, thankfully you were cured before you went on stage at the Gentle Repose for your preliminary gig that evening. However, Edgar Galanis entered, causing Gwen to fumble on her performance. When she stepped aside, she followed Shaddison, the tiefling, up to a particular room. He slid a note under the door. She tried to get the note, and it turned out that it was the door to her father's room, and he opened the door and caught her trying to get this note. And that is where we are now.
So are the rest of the party, we're going to all be downstairs, I'm assuming, just wrapping up the gig. That's fine.
Yeah.
Gnurgle will, I will sort of find a table and microdose and drink some ale and sit and wait for parties to happen, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. The scene downstairs, you guys did a very good gig. So people are very happy. Gnurgle, Glenn, the gnome who owns the bookshop, was in attendance, and he will approach. Got to get my Glenn glasses.
Hold on. Great. I'll warm up for Gnurgle voice, shall I?
Yes, I thought you were very, very good indeed. I don't know if this is his voice at all. I can't remember what I did. You thought you were very good indeed, Mr. Gnurgle. If you come by my shop in the morning, I will have that scroll of phantasmal force ready for you to copy into your spell book.
Excellent. I'm glad that you enjoyed the show. Yes, I'll be up early in the morning. What time do you usually arise?
Oh, well, I haven't really gotten a full night's... So I don't sleep all that much these days. I might head over to my bookshop at about 5 in the morning.
Excellent. I'll meet you outside your shop at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hope you have a pleasant sleep.
Thank you. You as well. Enjoy whatever festivities. And Glenn will congratulate everybody else that he can see, and just say to give his best to your missing member.
Yeah, I think. We should see, like, is Gwendolyn okay? Because of course things didn't seem okay, and being the drummer, you always know when something's up with another bandmate and they're not keeping in time. Because Gwendolyn's in the rhythm section, so I sympathize and empathize.
Could the three of you guys, Isabyn, Gnurgle, Tombar, give me perception rolls if you'd be so kind?
Perception. God, this dice roller.
6.
7 with 8.
8.
19.
Okay. Isabyn, you were sort of out amongst the crowd. Anyway, you saw Gwen off. You see down the stairs came back this tiefling, presumably Shaddison. He actually stayed and listened to the rest of your gig. Found a dark corner in the back and almost like blends into the darkness. Shadows seem to swallow him, but he's there. And he is actually sticking around. So I will just pass that to you. If you guys wanted to, we'll come back to you guys. Let's do this conversation and see how this conversation goes, and then whatever you guys want to do, you can do.
Aye.
Amazing. All right. Do you want to come inside?
She'll nod and stand up because she was kneeling on the ground with a lot of dignity, and just walk past him into the room.
Yeah, it's he'll just close the door, give you guys some privacy. There are a couple of, there's like the bed, and there are a couple of chairs and things, and he'll sit down and gesture for you to sit as well. He's still got this note. He hasn't looked at this note. It's just in his hand.
Sit down on the edge of my seat, cross my knees.
Can I begin?
Oh, you want to reach out to me? That's a first. Go ahead.
If you are here joining a band because you don't want to follow in your mother's footsteps, and this is something that you want to do, and because there is a very prestigious competition going on, and you honestly want to compete in that, then I want to tell you that I'm very proud of you for doing that. However, if you are here out of some desire to seek me out and are following me around, then we need to talk.
If you'll recall, this was set on our schedule of where to go. We were back in the last town before you guys arrived. So I don't know why you think I'd be following you.
Because
not everything's about you.
I can't help but notice that you're here a day early and you're outside my door trying to look at notes that are meant for me.
Didn't know it was meant for you.
Who delivered it?
Paperboy.
Who's that?
Obviously not very good at your job, if you don't know that. Kind of disappointing. Really undermines belief in the Zero Task Force.
Do we want to get into this now?
What do you mean?
I have not been there in your life. And it seems like you're very angry about that.
Since when have you cared?
Okay. All I wanted to do was give you an opportunity to say anything you needed to say to me. And if it is within the parameters of what I can talk about, I will talk to you about my decision.
What are you doing in town?
I can't tell you that.
Why did you... I mean, we know you were in the last town we were in.
Yes.
It feels weird that you were called there. I don't know. Just for some fucking, like, blink dogs? Seems like an overreaction.
It was a coincidence then that it was you and your band that brought in Harath and Goresh.
Oh. Are you saying Are you saying that you think we brought him in, we went to all that trouble because I somehow knew that you would be coming to town and I wanted a way to relate with my long-lost daddy?
Okay, I'm going to start asking
brought him in
practical.
because he was smuggling fucking blink dogs.
I'm going to start asking practical questions
He's a dick.
now. Yes, he is. Did he recognize you?
What do you mean?
Did Harath and Goresh recognize your relation to me?
Why would he?
Good. Good.
You have something over you or something?
No. If he knows who you are, then, and he knows that you would be what he has over me.
So, you know that he's a threat.
Rathan himself? 42nd son of the Goresh family? Hardly. But
what he represents.
He represents foreign interests. Represents Aruhan.
Then now I'm no expert like you and Mum on these things. That you made sure of that, but...
Pardon you.
But I'm pretty sure, based on, I don't know, the founding agreement upon which all of this is founded, that going up against other nations and targeting them is not really a good thing. So I'm curious as to why after you apprehended Harathan, you didn't take him to the capital. Didn't take him anywhere for trial, for imprisonment. Why are you heading this way? And why are you so friendly with him?
You're right, Gwen. You're no expert in this. If I could tell you, but I can't, because I have worked my entire life to get to the position I am in, because I have earned my right to the information that I have and the position that I hold, because I receive my orders from the royal family, and not only people's lives, but the fate of this entire nation depends on the fact that I can do my job. Gwen, you have to stop investigating me, following me around.
Once again, Dad, not everything is about you. I have other things going on that I'm looking into. You just happen to be in the way. You happen to pop up there. Could have done that a bit more throughout my childhood, but, you know, we'll play catch up.
Okay.
If you don't know who that letter's from, how do you know it's for you?
It's just a little slip of paper. He'll open it and read it. Can you give me an insight roll as he reads this, please?
Yeah. I also want to see if it's addressed to anyone, so I'll roll insight first. But if I can see whether it's addressed to anyone, like on the outside.
Sure.
Ugh, Jesus. I had that one game. There was one game since last time I played in this group that I rolled some decent rolls. And other than that, it has been under 10 for...
No.
I think I've played like 3 times since then. So I rolled a 5. I think it's going to be a 9 for that insight.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, okay. And now give me a perception check to see what you can see about the thing.
13.
Okay. 13, it doesn't, it seems like this was just written on one side, just slipped under the door. Okay. He reads this note. He gets up, turns his back to you, and puts his hand through the wall. He punches the wall as hard as he can, and his fist goes straight through it. Comes out a little bit bloody. His hand is shaking. Okay, Gwen, we're not talking about us anymore, and we're not talking about Harath and Goresh. You have to leave town. Okay, you need to drop whatever Adelaide Brown investigation you're dealing with, and you have to leave town in the morning.
Why? I have a gig tomorrow, so
you have to...
You're going to need to give me a damn good reason why. A lot of people have invested in this.
I will make up for any monetary just cancel the gig, move on to the next one, and get out of town.
Why don't you tell me what you read in there and we'll see.
Gwen, I'm not fucking around right now.
I'm going to try and grab it from him.
Go ahead. Give me opposed. I'm going to say you can use athletics or acrobatics for fun.
For fun?
Yeah,
Cool.
for fun. Yeah, do a backflip, smash it. Okay, you have to beat a 17.
Well, I rolled a 3, so that's a 6.
Okay. Keeps it out of your hands. He's got it in his clenched fist. He goes, okay, now I'm ordering you. Now I'm actually going to throw my weight around a little bit. You are going to get out of town, Gwen, or I'll have you and your entire band arrested and I'll have you deported. Because I will not see you die, okay? I am not going to see you die over this.
So, are you going to tell the rest of the town to get out of town to evacuate?
No, because I know that you are the ones who've been investigating Adelaide. I'm going to send a message to Calidus Calva, the sheriff, as well.
Why don't I go get the rest of my band? And you can explain to each and every one of them. You can explain to my fucking manager why we need to leave, okay?
You have until morning. He's gonna get up, go to the door.
I'll walk out. I will try one last time to try and steal it from him, if you'll let me.
Do it with disadvantage, because he's... This is athletics, by the way. This is not, there's no acrobatics here. This is just straight wrestling with him for this note.
I have a 2 and a natural 20. So that's a 2.
Okay. I'm rolling for him, okay? He's got to beat a 2.
Tell me he
That's
did.
a natural 1.
I knew it.
Gwen, you just fully just grab his arm and like wrench this hand open and get this note. I will tell you what the note says.
You really didn't want to get it, did you?
I'm pleased.
I wrote what the note said so that I would be prepared in case she did get it.
Nice.
The note says, Adelaide Brown is none of your concern, 14. And next to the number 14, there is a little golden spider with emerald eyes.
Thank you.
I'm
booking it downstairs.
Gwen, you hear him pounding on people's doors and starting to get people up, and then like you hear more and more footsteps behind you as you make it downstairs and meet up with the rest of the crew.
Come with me. And do I see Shaddison there?
You can give me perception with advantage if you like, because you know that he was around.
15.
15 exactly. Yes. Yeah. You see him in the back.
So I'm gonna call the band and I'm gonna go sit at his table.
Okay. Okay. The rest of you guys, do you join Gwen?
totally. I'm a tiefling. I can like, you know, it might be less. Because I mean, the thing is, Shaddison's used to like being looked down upon. You know, it's got some antisocial vibes maybe, which is perfectly understandable if people are always a dick to you. So, you know, we might be able to like relate.
Cool.
I think
Isabyn wants to know that Gwen's all right as well after she just disappeared in the middle of a gig. So.
Yep. this young tiefling man watches, looks at you slightly bewildered as you all rush over and sit at the table with him. Hello?
Can I buy you a drink?
Okay,
Hello.
okay, sure.
Can I buy you another drink?
Yeah, you guys played well. All right.
I'll get drinks for the table, but for me, I'll get a hot drink and I'll like play up my headache. I needed to run away from playing.
Can I do a... Do I want to do investigation or insight? Let's perceive this mofo.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. It's a 6.
It's a 6.
With a natural 6 with 1, so 7. What is up with this dice roller? Never mind.
You did say
I can assure you, it's not just the dice. Right? It's real dice too.
This game is sucking all of the luck out of everybody's dice. To be fair, I just rolled an incredibly low number, a couple of low rolls. You see, first off, you guys grab your drinks and sit back down. As soon as you sit back down, Edgar and a few of his Zero Task Force people rush down the stairs. They sort of make their way through the crowd, like looking for people, and fully fail to perceive you guys at your table and make their way out of the building. There were some very, very bad rolls, like over and over. Insofar as Shaddison is concerned, he wears very dark clothing. It looks like he's got a lot of pockets. It's not necessarily clear to you, like anything specific that he might have on him is not necessarily.
He has a lot of pockets.
He's just like, well, you know, he's got like 3 leather belts and like a bunch of pockets and like an overcoat.
Hey, you know the rhyme. Pockets for your narcotics. That's what it is.
Amazing.
Yeah, so more pockets than usual.
More pockets than anybody has any right to have.
Interesting. Pockets, huh?
Pockets up the wazoo. And we'll say that Lydiana is with you as well. Assume that Lydiana's around for whatever. Okay.
Okay.
You guys played really well. What's up? You guys all wanted to come and hang out over here?
Well, yeah.
Just thought you looked like the most interesting person in this town.
Well,
we're also...
Listen. Oh, you go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Can I have like? Should I mention that we're looking for? Because I'm like, maybe just cut to the chase and be like,
there isn't a reason not to, is there?
Yeah,
There's
and he
no
was
reason.
close with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
So you can
Okay.
talk openly with him.
Okay. So, Shaddison, we know that what was her name again?
You're looking. Adelaide is the victim. Yeah.
Adelaide. We know that you were close to Adelaide, and we're investigating her death and possible murder. And we have come over just to have a heart to heart, come with moral support, let you know that if you need anything, we're happy to help out. But also, we wanted to know if you could help us out at all, as well, and give us any useful information.
Can I swing in there quickly?
Yeah.
I want to persuade him, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because Gnurgle's going to explain to him that that Gnurgle understands that Shaddison has had a real bad rap, and then Shaddison does seem to have a lot of fingers pointing towards him. But I say that I don't believe that he is responsible for Adelaide's death at all, but that we need his help to try and figure out who has. Because I don't want us to come across that we're like blaming him because everybody else does. But I want to.
Good point.
I want to tell him that we're not. We want to work with him because I've got reason to believe that he's not responsible for her death, but we need his help because he's the only one that probably knows her last steps.
Okay. Give me a persuasion with disadvantage, if you'd be so kind.
Yes. Oh, with disadvantage. Persuasion. It's going to be dog rubbish anyway. 13.
Look, you guys, you seem like your hearts are in the right places. You seem like good people. Listen, you don't want anything to do with me. And it looks like he's having a really hard time saying something. He actually just dries his eyes for a second. I don't know anything. Y'all should just get out of town and leave me alone.
Unless my colleagues have anything else. I was just wondering, when was the last time you saw her?
9 days. What?
What was that?
Yesterday.
What was it you said before? 9 days?
I saw her, yeah, just on campus. She was with one of her friends and just kind of in passing, you know how it goes.
Which friend?
Oh, Elise or whatever.
Did she seem normal to you? Nothing out of character?
Yeah, normal.
It's clear that he's lying about things and hiding things from us, but I'm assuming he's scared of something, but I don't know if you want me to roll for that as Gwen.
You can roll insight with advantage if you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. 21.
Yeah. You'd say it's not just that he's terrified. You are looking at somebody whose mind is either broken or on the way to breaking.
Oh, poor guy.
Just one last thing. Does it seem like it's... I mean, I assume it's just because of whatever his situation is, but does it seem like it's compounded by something magical? Is that something I can tell?
Ooh, Arcana checks for the people.
Oh boy.
Okay.
What, Matt? A
Then-
6 for me.
Then no, you cannot tell if it is magically compounded.
This is rubbish.
got-
Like my highest one is like Arcana checks, and I rolled a natural f***ing one.
No.
Twenty.
Was it?
Sorry,
was
is
it
it
Arcana checks? I got an
Arcana.
18.
Is this-
18?
What do I roll? A 20?
A D20? Yes. 18 for Julien though.
And then what do I add? Oh, Arcana. Okay, got it.
Yes.
11.
11. Okay. You guys are watching him. Obviously some weird stuff is going on. Gwen's starting to suspect that this is like fully mental break status. Tombar, this is actually quite easy to recognize. Gnurgle wasn't acting entirely differently from this after you guys left the cafeteria. In terms of what you can sense magically coming off of this guy.
My inclination is that Shaddison is somehow being tormented or controlled magically by the people in the cafeteria, the creepy people in the cafeteria. Since we know that he's hung out there a lot. So.
Josh,
Yes.
if I was to technically attack our friend here,
Yeah.
would he have an opportunity to break out of whatever spell is on him at the moment?
That seems... I am going to quickly look up something, and then I will answer you.
Okay.
Okay. With most charm effects, enchantment is usually the class, the school of magic that is used for those charm effects, those mind-altering abilities. Again, usually with those, doing damage to the person gives them the chance to snap out of it. That's what you mean.
Okay. I get Gwen to just come over very quietly, and I say,
I have a suspicion that our friend here is under some kind of charm spell. Would you mind just holding him down very quickly whilst I give him a little prod with this little dagger here?
Jeez, you're gonna shank him. You're gonna like freaking.
Of the initiative and the idea, please don't get me wrong, but A, I don't think I physically could, and B, I know all this is going on, but we are trying to be popular here, and I don't want to give Isabyn an aneurysm. Can we see about that? Hold that thought.
Gnurgle very slowly puts his dagger back under his.
Bless you, darling. Thank you. I will find someone to stab for you some time. I have got some people in mind. I'll start a list. I don't think he's going to give anything to us right now.
No, you're right. Actually, Annette. Even if we were to like break him out of it now, I don't know.
think we need to talk privately, the lot of us. I've learned some things while I was having my headache. Just have a drink with him and go to bed. Oh, that made it seem like I meant a different thing by go to bed when I did the air. I didn't. Sorry.
Wants to go to bed with Gnurgle. They all end up wanting to go to bed with Gnurgle.
Well, you can go find Madame Mats for that. But...
She's jealous. She has jelly.
Sweet. Yeah, because he's not going to go anywhere, is he? So, okay.
Well, young man, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. We have another. Do we have another gig in this?
Tomorrow evening.
Gnurgle slips him a ticket and says,
We will be around tomorrow if you want to come and see us play again.
Gentle Repose?
Where are we playing tomorrow?
It was actually going to be
the other end.
A bit more. It's not actually at the other end. It's actually more of a band off deal that was going to be hosted by the College of Swords. But a bunch of like outside of town bands as well as college bands were going to like compete tomorrow night. So it's like a big publicity thing, and it's held like sort of on college grounds so that there's like a lot of room, a lot of like a huge number of people can show up. And there's rumored to be 2 stages that are going to be set up so that bands can play at the same time against each other.
Interesting. Okay.
Sounds very showy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very extra.
Very extra.
Yes, apologies if you thought I was pulling out a dagger then. It wasn't. It was actually this ticket for you to come and see us play tomorrow.
You pulled out a dagger?
No, he didn't.
No, he oh, right.
No, he didn't.
He looks threatening. He's fine.
No, it's
Cool. Thank you.
We're sorry for your loss. We know you were close with her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we'd very much like to see you again tomorrow at the gig. So please do come along. Come find us.
Nothing good comes of being involved with me.
I doubt that.
You're such an edgelord. Just go and have some fun. Come on. It's a party in your college. It's best years of your life.
Yeah.
That makes
Great.
Isabyn really sad, so she sends Ito to go and like run up his arm and just like do his little whispers.
And also, like, you know, you and me, tieflings, hang out sometime. You know, it's not easy being the only one sometimes. And we should totally have like a beverage and just chill and, you know.
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You know? Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
I like that you're like a Liberace dude. I think that's stylish.
Exactly. Try it sometime. It's great.
There was like a newspaper article about a guy who was like a Liberace dude who hunted some ghosts somewhere. Anyway, I thought that was rad.
Yeah. Well, never mind.
The thought of I want people to like me is combating with the thought of, oh, maybe I shouldn't bring up that that's my alter ego.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Wait, I thought I took off the Liberace clothes earlier. It's
just a vibe you give off then.
Yeah.
I assumed that you were the Liberace.
What? I deliberated myself.
You deliberated, then I apologize. What are you wearing right now?
Exactly. I'm wearing the standard Tombar attire. Tombar chic.
Tombar chic, fantastic. Is it like? Does it give off like just normal person clothes? Is it like a piratey vibe? What's
Definitely a piratey vibe.
Piratey vibe. Okay, then he'll say that he's into the piratey vibe.
Yeah.
Guy likes strong aesthetics.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the ticket. He's down to drink with you again. He's got his own drink again, like very clearly not okay. Ito actually comes back to you, Isabyn, and seems agitated.
Can I ask? I try and talk to Ito, and I can't quite work out what it is. Can I ask Gwen to use? Is it speak with animals?
So
Is she able to do
yes, absolutely. Just shall we wait until we'll like go find somewhere private to sit? Cool. Then I will do that once we adjourn for the evening.
Thank you. Ito, don't panic. We'll talk. Can't wait to hear Ito speak again.
Secretly, I just want Ito to say more stuff.
Fair enough.
It's fun. 100%. D will go ahead and give you guys the money that you have earned for the night. Everybody gets 150 gold.
I will hand that off to Isabyn, my share of it.
They've got 675 now. Oh boy.
I'll also say to Dee, I'm sorry I had to leave during that. I wasn't feeling well. It came over rather suddenly.
How are you feeling now?
Much better, but there's still a little something, so I'll probably head to bed early.
I'm gonna do a little roll back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just before you guys, are you guys heading? Where are you guys heading now?
Up to our rooms or something?
Yeah, we can convene in my room.
Yeah. Convene in your room, and then we can be like.
Before you guys go upstairs, Isabyn, Shaddison's just going to it's very gentle, but it's a quick thing. He like grabs your hand before you go, and he looks at you in the eyes. Give me an insight check, if you'd be so kind.
So 7 in total.
Okay. Again, it's sort of clear that he's not okay, but it's not clear
why.
If there's any specific reason that he's done this, and he'll just let your hand go.
Okay. So Isabyn sort of looks at him as if to say, okay, she's kind of clocked it, but she's not saying it.
Cool. He'll watch you guys go up the stairs.
Once we're in my room, I will say, what did you guys get out of that?
I think he can definitely help us out. I think that he wants to, but for some reason he can't.
I'm worried about him.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Pardon?
I feel like he's hiding.
But what's not to say that he's not in danger too?
I think he is.
I think so too.
I think he's in danger. So, like, we could go to bed now, but he could be like dead in the morning.
Yeah.
So, we have like we need to find some way of keeping an eye on him. Can we keep it like a spell of some kind to like, I don't know, help people? Wait, hang on, I'm an arcane trickster, aren't I? What can I do again? I don't know. Mange, yeah, I forgot about this. Toll the dead. No, that's not gonna work. Message.
Are you one of these people that shoots first and then worries about it afterwards? Yeah, I'm not trickster or something here that will cover.
Boom!
Let's have a look.
Says the guy who was just like, I'm gonna stab him with my dagger, see if it breaks the magic. We just stab. See how it goes.
It's because all the spells that I have are all like detect spells rather than like banish-esque spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to find some way of like keeping a non-creepy eye on him.
I mean, it would be Ito.
Yeah.
Might be if Ito's open to it. I will cast cast my last spell. Speak with animals.
Do you mind using it?
I think we're going to bed. What? I'm not sure. What I'm gonna actually.
Famous last words.
Does that mean you get the spells back when you wake up?
Yeah,
Yes.
from a long rest, I'll get my spells back. I want to consult my Augur's medallion, but it only works for like things that we're doing in the next half hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go.
It can also be a.
I'll give it a go. I will.
Cool.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say it can also be for a. You don't have to follow through on the thing that you're looking through in the future. So it could be a hypothetical.
Yeah.
If we were to do so and so in the next 30 minutes, what would the result be?
If we were to, I don't know if this will actually work, but I'll give this a try. If we were to go to bed in the next 30 minutes, would Shaddison be in immediate danger?
Would good results, bad results, good and bad results, or results that aren't especially good or bad? That's what I can give you.
Immediate danger is how I worded it. So if it's like general danger, I'm not in meaning like general danger, but like, is there an immediate threat on him? Which is still.
You get weal and woe for both good and bad results.
Can I try using, I can communicate with, let me see. I can communicate with beasts and through sounds and gestures, communicate simple ideas to a beast and read its basic mood and intent, emotional state, whether it's affected by magic of any sort, short-term needs.
Without speaking to it.
Without casting the spell. I will try and do that with Ito.
Okay.
And I'll try, and if he'll let me, I'll ask him. I'll try and ask him. Do you need me to cast Speak with Animals to speak? Like, do you want me to cast the spell, or is this enough, kind of thing?
Ito, you know that Ito can understand everything you guys say. Ito will be like,
"You good?" Okay. Just felt a weird vibe off him.
Nods.
Is it like what you felt in the cafeteria?
Nods. he will do his best to indicate you guys and then indicate fear.
Okay.
Can I understand anything of what he's sort of gesturing as well?
I'll say that you have this level of intimacy with Ito that he can sort of, you have this level of understanding of his mood and things as well, for sure. He's kind of, Ito has gone into sort of like protector mode, Isabyn. He's trying to look out for you guys.
Little mouse.
He's scared for us, Gwen.
I'd love to be protected by a mouse.
Tale of Despero.
Do you agree, Gwen? Do you think he's saying the same thing?
Yeah. I think there's something that's putting Shaddison in danger, and that we're potentially in danger from either it or being associated with Shaddison.
He nods.
Cool. Thank you, Ito. When I had to leave the gig earlier, I noticed Shaddison enter and go upstairs, so I followed him, and he was slipping this. I'll hold up the note under remember the Zero Task Force's door, and I'll show it to everyone. And then I'll pull out of my pack. I have that letter.
Yes, the unsent envelope.
Yeah.
From Batterbury.
Yes. And I can't remember if that said anything on it. I don't think it did.
It did not. In fact,
Yes.
It wasn't even a letter. It was an envelope.
Something's up.
Yeah, and again, it says, Adelaide Brown is none of your concern, 14, with a little spider symbol.
Has anyone 14? Seen the symbol before? And what's 14? Yeah.
So the symbol is the same one that you saw in Batterbury. It's the same one on that letter, which you found in the secret room, which presumably was operated by Pierce Winbrand, who did all that stuff to try to get money. And then there's the letter itself.
What? 14. Wait, room number?
Wasn't the room number that Edgar was in.
Adelaide's room number.
Adelaide's room number?
Was that her dorm number?
No.
No. Was it?
Her room number was 17. In case anybody was wondering.
14.
Do you think it's a code for who it's from? Like a code name, code number?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it's a bit like Masonic. If it's a bit like everybody is identified by a number rather than like a name or an identity. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming. Would an identify spell work?
It's letter N in the alphabet.
Letter N in the alphabet?
It looks like it is a sign off. Like, wishing the best to you and yours, comma, Alberta.
Yeah.
What a weird name. Never heard that
N.
before in this world.
N. Gnurgle.
G.
Yes, it turns out that Gnurgle signs his evil letters with an N. Amazing.
What if?
I wonder if it's a coincidence or not that 14 was sending something to someone in the Zero task force.
Hold on a minute. He only has to be delivering the letter, doesn't he? Doesn't necessarily have to be him.
I don't think it's from him.
No.
I think whoever's freaking him out is what's behind this.
14.
And he's in the delivery whole thing, dude. The newspaper. He's in the delivery business. He's a deliverer.
This is Gwen being, I have to prove something to people, and I know how to investigate just as good as dad mode. But she's gonna like run over to the newspaper and like flip to see if there's a page 14. Just full on like, what if it's this? The numerology. Message to Homer in the first letters of every line.
Give me an investigation check if you'd be so kind.
Let us see. It's a natural 15, which it'll make it. 18.
Gwen scours the newspaper, trying every cipher, every possible way of hiding a hidden message in the newspaper. Gwen, I can tell you for certain, and you can tell the rest of these people for certain, that there is no hidden message in the newspaper.
There's no hidden message in the newspaper.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a bummer.
We're going to go to bed in a minute, aren't we? Yeah?
With good and bad results.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see if... So it's got the spider and the, like, emerald eyes on it thing.
Yes.
Yeah? Can I use locate object, which works within 1,000 feet of me, to see if there is another object or bit of paper that is the same as that emblem?
I'm
That's
gonna read locate object right now, and we're gonna see. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. Very cool. Can a specific object lend to me as within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, this spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. Okay. Amazing. You are looking for another spell radiates out in the psychic dream spaces and comes back to you with a little homing beacon on a point which is moving currently within 1,000 feet of your location. Mm-hmm. It's moving away from you.
Okay, I relay that to everybody.
I've got this magic spell.
And then I sort of go into like a trance after stuffing a mushroom. I'm like,
seems like there's somebody moving away from us.
You would be able to know exactly where that person was if you made a move now.
Should we?
Go on. Sorry.
I was just asking, should we follow it?
Absolutely. Yes.
I hate it when I slip into Boris Johnson a little bit.
No one wants to slip into Boris Johnson.
Absolutely. We should go out and find him, but not go out and find him. Go out and find him, but don't go out and find him. Stay inside, but go outside. Stay inside.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have a plan of action, and as we get into the late hours of the night and you guys prepare to go out and look for this second symbol with the golden spider with the emerald eyes, that is where we will call it for tonight. Thank you all so very much for watching. We'll be back next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, please consider giving us a like, giving us a comment, subscribing, doing all of the fiddly little YouTube bits, as well as hitting us up on social media. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram. We've got all these things. We would love to discuss these ongoing stories with you, and just have a conversation. Be part of the community. We would love that. Do it, please, or not. Be your own person, but do what I say.